Hi guys, welcome to For Your channel where we talk about everything cars, from car sales to car repairs to your driving test, basically everything cars. If you're new to the UK or any EU country and all that, we try to guide you on what you should know before you buy your brand new car or before you sit for your driving test and all that. So today we're talking about car maintenance. Now, why this is very important is I'm going to share a video of my experience. We got a car for about £3,000, and nearly 2 years later we sold that car for £231 scrap. The car was really was good, it was functioning, it was doing well. We took the car everywhere. It's a Vauxhall Antara 2.0, Vauxhall Antara S 2.0 liter engine and all that. So it's very reliable. When traveled all around the UK with that car, very when I mean very reliable, it's like whenever you're ready to step out, the car is always there. Like excellent, very reliable and all that. So what happened was that we had a mechanic that we normally use to service the car and all that. So once it's due for servicing, we take it there. They change the oil, they change the oil filter. Now, why I'm making this video is just to let you know the importance of servicing and maintaining your car. Now, this has been going on for a while, up until the mechanic that was fixing the car traveled to his country, because I think the guy was from Iran or so. And then so we had to change mechanics, look for a different mechanic and all that. So the new one we got, the first day we went there for servicing, they said, yeah, your oil filter is still very good. You don't need to change your oil filter. We just need to change the oil, and it's also going to save you money. So you don't need to. Your oil filter is still very good. So don't bother changing it. We use the old oil filter and then just service the car with your new oil. That's all. So I was surprised because it doesn't make sense to me. We all know the importance of the oil filter. Now, what happened was that after heading to his, because here I've been a mechanic for, they would always tell you I've been a mechanic for 20 odd years and all that. I've been here, I've been doing this, so you don't want to argue because it just feels like yes. So like no, that's not the norm. Here the engine doesn't pick up a lot debts and all that, depending on the kind of fuel you buy. In fact, there was a whole lot of comments he made, like just to convince us that you don't need to change your oil filter. And then we hit to it, and then we serviced the car without the oil filter. Then fast forward 1 week later, we started hearing the sound from the engine. I'm gonna share the video of the sound. That was it. We started hearing the sound was. It started by it started like I said, after 1 week, and then it comes and it goes. Like so, like when you start the car in the morning, you hear that sound. After a couple of minutes, it goes, and then when you drive out in the evening, when you're done, when you're close, when you've closed from work and you're driving back home, you start hearing the sound again. That it continued that way until it became worse, and then it was you can no longer drive the car without hearing that sound. It was very bad, and then we started taking it to all mechanics. And just like we all know, like in the UK, it's difficult to get a driving mechanic. So once you get there, they would always ask you to book an appointment. That's also something we'll talk about later. They always ask you to book an appointment, and then the appointment might be 1 month later, and you need a car. So it became an issue for us. So they always tell you book an appointment, and then the one that even listened to us was like, your engine is gone. In fact, when we got to 2 different mechanics, the one that they actually did look at the car and they were like, oh, your engine is gone. So what we need to do, we need to buy a new engine. And mind you, it's a 2007 Vauxhall Antara. And they told us how much the engine costs. It's about almost £1,500. So it was too much. So the last option was to sell the car. We put it up on Facebook Market and other places for sale. It was difficult to sell. Nobody wanted to buy the car. One, the year of the car, the mileage, and also the price of the engine. So nobody really wanted to buy the car. So the last option we had, because we could no longer drive the car, we had to like park the car. And if you park the car, you will still pay for your road tax. Because as long as it's not parked in the garage, as long as the car is parked on the road, you'd have to pay for road tax. And you also still need to pay for insurance. In fact, we had a letter from the insurance company to tell us, because I cancelled my insurance, and then we had a letter from them to tell us that, no, you don't need to cancel as long as if the car has not been sold, as long as it's not scrapped. So we had to pay again, like reinsure the car again and all that. I'm also going to talk about insurance and what you need to know. So at the end of the day, we sold that car for £231 as scrap. mind you, barely 2 years, and the car, we bought the car for around 3,000. But then with the stuff, we didn't change anything on the car because, like I said, the car was fairly okay for use. That's how we sold the car for £231. So you need to be very careful choosing your mechanics and listening to whatever they say. Make your research. That's why videos like this are very important. So when they tell you things like, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do your research, and also know, because it didn't make sense to me that you will change your engine oil without changing the oil filter. It didn't just make sense, because I know what the filter does is it tries to pick out all the dirt and all that in the engine, and tries to filter the oil and everything, and try to keep the engine safe and also strong. So it didn't make sense. That's how we lost that car. It's a lot of money losing them, because if the car was still okay and then you still wanted to sell it, even if you might not get the same value for what you had, like what you got it before, at least not £231. I've also had a lot of people that have sold their cars for as low as £100 at scrap and all that. So it's very, very important. So I'm making this video just to guide us, just to make sure you understand what it means to have a good mechanic and always maintain and service your car, so you don't fall into the same stuff that I fell into. Like I said, I'm going to play the video. I'm going to let you know what the sound and the day they came, like the scrap guys came and took the car and all that. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'll see you on the next video. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, we're trying to build a community here where we'll discuss, we'll listen to you, answer questions as regards car sales, car maintenance, everything cars and all that. See you on the next video.